Thanks for being here. Whether you're here live or catching the replay, I'm grateful that you're here. So today I wanted to talk about making fitness fun. Was not trying to do the alliteration there. I think that sounds a little cheesy. But trying to make working out and losing weight more fun. I think that there's like a stigma that it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to suck. It's like something that we are supposed to dread. And I want to change that a little bit. I don't know if you noticed, but I recently changed my bio and now it says Savage by day and Sock Girl by night. I'm going to run that by my coach tomorrow and see what she thinks about it. Right now I'm loving it because I'm all about the going hard during the day, getting it all done, having it be fun, and then getting cozy for nighttime. I'm all about, believe it or not, I'm actually very lazy. I am not one of those people who does Tough Mudders. Is that even a thing anymore? But like, oh, let's go on vacation and mountain climb and do hikes. I'm actually not that person at all. I am queen of beach clubs, love laying by the pool, love reading. I just want to lay there most of the time. With that in mind, I spend a significant small amount of time on my couch. But ultimately, the goal every day is to get on the couch with my Kindle, with my family, and just relax into the evening. However, mom life, so I feel like that doesn't happen that often. But that's the goal. My point is not to tell you about how lazy I am, but to tell you that I do love working out. I love going to the gym. But it's like, it's not because I love being active. It's because I love getting it done and feeling like I can just lay there feeling accomplished. I posted a reel the other day, actually, and it's a picture of me laying on a lounger at the beach. And I'm like, I think it's like, POV, you work out hard in the morning so you can lay around all afternoon and call it muscle recovery. And I am so here for that. Like, I'm not joking. Okay, I took notes this time about how to make it fun. That feels very Monica Geller, but it is what it is, okay? Because I won't remember everything. Okay. So, the fun part. I start my day off with my morning routine, which for me is really fun. I listen to a podcast that gets me stoked for the day, or a YouTube video that gets me like really motivated and excited for life. I love that. I have a morning drink that I love. It's not coffee, actually. I drink coffee later. But it does have caffeine. I'm not Superwoman. It's got caffeine and it has vitamins and stuff like that. It's, some supplements. If you're in the vault, you know exactly what it is. So if you're not in the vault, come on board. All right. So, which I will close. What day is it? Tuesday. I was thinking I'd close it Wednesday, and then I'll have another opening for it when I feel like it. Haven't decided yet. So, but if you're in the vault, you know exactly what I drink in the morning. I love my morning drink. I call it Magic Morning or Morning Magic. I say both. I don't even know. I need to decide on a name. Or do I? I don't know. You get the point. So I love my morning drink. I love my morning routine. I love that I listen to something that gets me happy and excited for life. That is definitely part of it. And honestly, after the morning routine, then it's like the kid stuff. Well, no, I sit down to work for about an hour. That's when I drink my coffee, which also fun. I love a hot coffee. I love sitting down at the table with my computer and doing my morning work stuff with my hot coffee. It feels good. It's fulfilling. And then by the time the kids wake up, I have moved my body. I've done my routine. I've got the caffeine. I've had my cozy hot coffee morning. And I'm generally caught up with like finances and daily emails and what the day is going to look like. So that feels really good. So that's fun. It's fun for me. Feels good because it like keeps my nervous system regulated. I'm not like freaking out when they wake up and I'm like, oh God, what day is it? What are you supposed to do with the craziness sometimes of the kids stuff? It's not like that. So then there's like 45 minutes that's like solely dedicated to feeding them, answering their questions about the weather, which is funny because the weather where we live is not that variable. Although I will say it's been very hot. In fact, today, okay, it says 79. That's not true. It's going to be like upper 80s or something into the 90s today. So it does make sense that they ask. So, and then after they're off for school, then lately I've been doing bonus walks on my treadmill because I've been behind on my steps. So I've been trying to figure out where to fit in more steps. I have a daily walk with friends at 8 a.m. That's Monday through Friday. Each day is like a different kind of group. And I love that. That is fun, okay? Not only does it feel good to get outside in the sun, outside air, so fresh, but we have our social hour. And it's like about an hour. We walk for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then we stand at the end of my driveway and chat it up. So that's super fun. Very fulfilling. We're checking so many boxes. Mental health, vitamin D, the walking, the steps, catching up on our social activity stuff. And which is also, since we're doing that in the morning, we're on our phones less. So bonus. Love that. We can just get caught up every morning. Not saying we're not on our phones later with each other, but the fact that we can do like an hour meeting in the morning on our walk is super fun and really helpful. Okay, so that's fun. Another thing about walking on the treadmill. So I know not everybody has a treadmill. It took me a long time to get one. I actually got one a year and 2 months ago. And I was very hesitant because I didn't want to like maintain it. I didn't have anywhere to keep it, all the normal stuff. What I love about having the treadmill is I can do things like watch a YouTube video or something like type out emails, catch up on my to-do list, organize my to-do list. So it can be either like fun or productive, but either way I'm getting steps. And also if you're into the weighted vest thing, it's really great because if it gets too heavy and you get tired of it, you can just take it off because you're at home. Instead of if I'm like half a mile or a mile away from my house and the weighted vest is too heavy, I'm just kind of screwed on that. So if you're up for the treadmill or walking pad, highly recommend. It has been such a treat having that. And then on the weekends, it's great because I can go down a walk, and if the kids need something, I'm still here. So I like that as well. Also weather. This is not a live about how great treadmills are. I see it going in that direction, but it is a huge part of how I make getting my steps in and keeping my weight on cruise control fun. So there you have it. Okay. The gym. I could also do a whole live on the gym. And for all the reasons I love going to the gym. But I'm going to keep it to the basics. Things that make the gym fun. 1, you get to wear fun outfits if you're into that. I used to not be. And okay, me and my outfits, are they fun? For me, they're fun. Okay, that's relative. I have like the colored fun shorts. I match my socks and my sports bra. Okay, it's not that extravagant, but it's like the little stuff that makes it fun, right? I love the uninterrupted time. No one's gonna bug me. Sometimes other gym people will say hello, and that's fine because I want to be a nice, cordial citizen in my community. Although I will say this, I have picked a gym that is more fun for me personally. The gym I go to is technically not even in the town where I live. I pass 3 gyms going to my gym because I like my gym for particular reasons that are particular for me. And for me, it's worth it. It is a nice drive. And my husband and I have some good quality chatting time because we go together. But I have picked a gym that is fun for me. I like going to my gym, and I think that's really important. For a lot of people, I recommend, this is in the LFG, that your gym is convenient for you. And I think for a lot of people that is, especially if you're just starting your gym habit, I think that's really important. At this point in my life, I'm going to the gym. End of story. And I just want to really enjoy my time there. Okay. Like some gyms just don't really, they're just not as inspiring. I think that's the best way to put it. Or they don't have amenities that I like, or they're not very clean. Okay, I'll stop. Okay. I don't watch the news in my house. My husband does, so, he tells me things and I pretend to listen. And, my friends talk about the news. It's not like I'm one of those head in the sand people. However, I used to hate the news being on at the gym, and now I kind of find it fun because I can see what's happening in the world, and if I don't love it, I can, there's football. I like football. I know I polled you, and most of my audience does not like football, so I won't talk about it, but I do like it. And my gym is at a tennis club, so there's a lot of tennis on, and I don't love watching tennis, but I like I like the cultural aspect of it. So I can enjoy that tennis is on the TV. Another fun thing, this is gonna be wackadoodle. Okay, this is kind of a weird one. Okay, but I definitely don't watch the local news anytime, anywhere, anyhow in the United States, okay? But the gym will have the local news on sometimes. Okay, I used to love the local news. I used to watch the Today Show every day. It was part of my life. I loved Matt Lauer. I'm not going to go into that. I know he's been canceled. I know I'm not alone in this, but I do miss him. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I used to love that show. That was my local news. And then we'd watch the local news at night, but we don't do that anymore. Honestly, I live in a very small town, so the local news is LA. But I don't live in LA. I live an hour south of LA. However, what this means though is sometimes the local news at the gym is really fun because there's a lot of car chases. I didn't realize there was that many car chases. And 2 weeks ago, there was a car chase on at the gym, and it was live, and it was awesome. It was just a great moment. And I don't know how bad this sounds, but it just is what it is. And this guy was driving a Tesla, and eventually it ran out of power, and then he was trying to run, and he tripped. Okay, I am going off the rails here. But, everyone kind of gathered around and watched it, and anyway, it was fun. The whole point of this conversation is to talk about how working out doesn't have to be like something you dread. It's actually, there's fun things that happen if you just go into it thinking it's going to be fun. The other thing is, that there's a little school down the street and some kid kind of sounded like it doesn't matter. The other thing is people are like, oh, lifting weights is so hard and it's heavy and blah, blah, blah. It's hard for 20 seconds and then it's not. And then it is, but you're in there for 45 minutes and it's hard for 15, 20 seconds at a time. This is not, anyway, it's a whole other conversation. But I think people put a lot of emphasis on how strenuous and hard working out is. And I think that the perspective could be shifted. I mean, it also depends on what kind of workouts you're doing. I'm not doing high intensity interval training. I'm not doing that because that's not fun. That's not fun for me. It's not fun for me even a little bit. It makes me miserable and I don't want to feel like I'm going to puke. That's not fun. So, and we're keeping it fun here. That's the whole point. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about that's fun is, tracking food. I know it's annoying at first because you have to get used to it, but then it is fun because you're gamifying the food aspect of weight loss. when you have it all saved in there, it makes it a lot easier. Also in the LFG, I've got screenshots and directions and everything. And so it makes it easier when you can see how to do it. But finding out what your macros are and then finding foods that match it and like making it all work in a day is fun. It's like gamifying the process. And if you're into the, like, I have posts about this where you like mark an X for each day, do something, and you just don't want to break the chain. Someone came in and called it streaking, which I thought sounded like somebody running around naked in public, but hey, whatever. It is a streak. It is what it is. And so like in apps where you track your food, it'll show you how many days you've gone. And that's fun. That makes it fun to like gamify the process. Also in my app, the app I use to track my food, if I hit my fasting goal, I get a trophy and confetti every day. So that's fun. Okay, so I mentioned this already. Savage by day, soft girl by night, because I am actually lazy. So I'm trying to, I'm like, come on, wake up early, get it done. Let's go savage. Let's be psycho. Let's go crazy. And then let's put on our flannels and our hoodie and get our Kindle and light our candles and like do nothing. So I'm here for it. That's fun for me. I like to get it all done early so I can get cozy and relax into the afternoon and evening. Like lean into it as early as possible. Well, there's going to be summertime now that the time changed. It's, a little more difficult, but I can still do it. Okay. So that's all I wanted to talk about today for making weight loss fun. Fun fitness. No, I'm sorry. It's too cheesy. I can't do it. That's all I had to say today about making weight loss fun. Maybe shifting your perspective a little bit and not looking at it as a chore, but there's ways to make, I was going to tell you, because this is another fun thing. Like when you're at the gym or on the treadmill, so this is like, I mentioned podcasts or audiobooks or YouTube or whatever. It's whatever works for you. Like I used to do this thing where I would never watch Netflix unless I was on the Stairmaster, right? So I would have a show that I would be binging, but I was only allowed to watch on the Stairmaster, which made it more fun. I even went through a phase where I was watching Housewives on the Stairmaster. Like it doesn't have to be an audiobook. It doesn't have to be something intellectual or whatever you want to call it. Like it can be Housewives. It can be reality TV. It can be whatever junk it's not junk. That sounds like I was watching it. Okay. This is not judgy. Whatever you want to watch, you can do that. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that part. Okay. That's all for now. Let's keep it fun. Mom life is more fun when you feel hot AF, so let's do it. All right, I will talk to y'all later. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn this off the right way. Thanks again for being here. Comment below with any questions you have or any takeaways that you and your favorite takeaway. That'd be great. All right, thanks guys. Bye.